What's up everybody, this is Boywithafishtank, and today I'm bringing you an update on my Nano planet tank. Now you guys are probably going to be like, what is going on with the growth in here? And you can see there's quite a lot of growth going on in here. Some pretty intense growth going on here, as well as algae. But I'll explain all this and my plan with all of this in this video. So as you guys know, I've had planet tanks for probably 5 years, but it has been a long time since I've had a good planet tank. You guys have watched my old videos from a year ago or something like that with my old planet tank. That tank was awesome. So what I wanted to explain here is that you can see there's a lot of hair algae growing right here on my Java moss, and if I wanted, I could easily remove it, no problem. I would just stop dosing as much, I would not feed as much, I would put the lighting a little bit down. I could put the lighting easily down with this touch display. It's very easy to stop. It's not very hard to stop algae outbreaks in freshwater tanks. And I was also thinking about getting an Snails catfish to kind of take care of some of those algae. But what I was thinking about is that when I got these little filler plants right here, which is by the way growing like crazy, I got these snails right here. You can see there's one right there. I'm not sure what type of snail this is, but they do eat some few plants. You can see it actually enjoys staying in this algae. And I was actually thinking about breeding them, and you can see there's small snails right here. There's small snails everywhere. And I think it's nice that there was a little bit of snails in here. Now that it's a nano tank, and we could get some nice snails in here. But as you guys probably noticed, you can't see any cherry shrimp. I do not know where they are hiding, but I do know that I've seen a lot of molting going on. I've seen a lot of shrimps eating their molting skin thingies. So there's been a lot of hiding going on right now. So they hide somewhere, I don't know where, but they can hide pretty much anywhere in this tank. Like, it's insanely densely planted. And you guys know that I'm not too much of an aquascaping person. I'm more of a jungle person who wants a lot of jungly plants, a lot of jungle, a very jungly look, to kind of give that nice, jungly look with long Java moss, as you can see right here and here, and some dense stem plants, as you can see here. You can see here, by the way, I got a new plant right here. This plant is awesome, really like it. It requires high lighting, but this tank gives some really nice lighting. This moss ball, that is a really unique thing in here. The bacoba, everything like that. And what you guys might notice is that there are a hell of a lot of goby fry in here. So what I started with was about 6 goby fry, and then those 6 goby fry turned into like 15. Yesterday I catched 9 goby fry. You can see that is these small ones. What is really nice about these small goby fry is that you can keep them in all sizes pretty much. As long as they're not adults, they won't eat each other. And what is really, there's actually a cherry shrimp hiding right in there. You can see that guy right there. He's just chilling. That's a male right there. What is really nice about goby fry is that they're very small. They grow. They don't grow very fast, I would say. They actually grow pretty slowly compared to a lot of other fish. But what is really nice here in this tank as well is that in this algae ball right here, there's going to grow a lot of microorganisms, and there's also going to grow some microorganisms in this right here, and all the densely planted plants. That is going to create a lot of microorganisms that are going to thrive in there. This can be a lot of different small microorganisms, and some that we might not be able to see with our, with our eyes. But they do in fact eat them, because I often see them swimming over to this algae ball right here, and they just go crazy in there. I do not know what they're doing, but it looks like they're feeding. So in the Java moss, and in this and pretty much everywhere, there are going to be a lot of microorganisms for the goby fry to eat. You know, it's going to be more natural. It's all about, you know, you guys, I've been telling you guys all the time to make sure that your tank is natural. Like, this is such an important thing for me. I always want my tanks to be natural. There's a little salt thing right there. Salt thingy. Can't get it off. That's annoying. But, you know, I've always told people to keep their plants naturally. It's going to be the way that your fish are going to be thriving best. What this means is that it's not necessarily tank size. It's not necessarily, you know, the types of rocks you put in, or the types of fish you put in. What my point is that you should try to get the same plants. If it's a reef tank, get the same corals, you know, get the right water parameters. Those two things are the most important things: water parameters and corals and plants. That is what makes the fish feel home. Of course, in reef tanks, I would say, you know, live rocks are very important to make sure that your fish and your corals will thrive with all the microorganisms and algae and different things that will grow in your live rock. But in a planet tank, it doesn't really matter what types of rock you have. You know, you can just have a rock that you think looks good. Just make sure that it's not an unnatural rock, because some natural rocks, if you keep shrimp like I do, these rocks right here are from the Garda Lake, and in the Garda Lake in Italy there's actually freshwater shrimps. Now, the reason these rocks are in there is because they actually produce calcium, and they actually increase, they don't increase pH as much, but they don't decrease it either, so it will stay pretty stable and pretty base. So that is fine. It's not too low, it's not too high. There's a good amount of calcium in the water, which is very good for, you know, shrimps, because shrimps need calcium to molt. That is very important, guys. So what else can I tell you guys? You know, I really like this tank so far. By the way, I put it in some Algae denser here in the back. You guys know that I love Algae denser because it's actually also in Denmark, down in lakes in Denmark. That plant is also I actually live very closely to a lake. Like, if I go like 20 meters away from my house, there's a huge lake, and in that lake there's just tons and tons of Algae denser. And actually, a unique little fact for you guys is that some scientists have made some research on these plants, and they actually think that they produce a sort of chemical in the water that kills blue-green algae. So if you got problems with blue-green algae, try putting that in. It's not going to be helping a lot, but the reason for that is because in the lakes where Algae denser grows, that is often in lakes where there's a lot of nitrates and there's a lot of nutrients to grow out of. So in those lakes there's going to be blue-green algae as well, but for some reason they actually outcompete, the Algae denser somehow outcompetes the blue-green algae. A lot of scientists are confused about how that is working, but apparently they do produce a chemical in the water that removes it. And I'm very happy to see a shrimp right now. That's actually very awesome. I'm going to get some more shrimp, I think, but I've seen a lot of the females have eggs, so I think they are hiding because of that. You know, they're trying to find a spot where they easily can drop their babies to make sure that they don't die. I think that's the whole point of it. You can see there's actually a shrimp mold right there. You can see that right there. There's a shrimp mold right there. So I'm pretty damn sure that they're hiding somewhere, but where, I'm not quite sure, because you know, they're quite red, but sometimes they can just hide like crazy. It's insane. But yeah, you know, that is my tip I can give you guys. Keep your tank natural. Put the things in your tank that benefits your ecosystem. Your tank is sort of an ecosystem. You know, kind of make it a fully running ecosystem. That is basically what I can tell you guys. So yeah, that is basically all I can tell you guys in this video. Not a lot of updates. Other than that, my Ludwigia is growing really well too, even though it's growing into the algae right here, which is, you know, that doesn't really matter. But yeah, everything is doing well, and yeah, I hope I will see the shrimp again soon. I think they're hiding somewhere. But yeah, See you guys in another video.